A conversation begins with someone being called back to the Black Shores regarding news about Abby. The speaker offers to fulfill any commands or wishes and expresses themselves through music, mentioning it was something previously taught to them. The discussion turns to Abby, revealing concerns about their weakening frequency. Abby has been anxious and seeking help regarding this situation. A solution involving looking into past records stored in tethers is proposed as important information that needs to be seen firsthand. A significant revelation occurs about the Tethys system and access to Blackshore's databanks, spanning thousands of years. Most personal information was deliberately erased by a past self, with mentions of awakening on Solaris 3. A pact with someone called Imperator is referenced as being crucial. The setting shifts to discussion of Rinochetia, known as the Land of Echoes, which is famous for its echo technologies. The Montelli family extends an invitation to their Grand Carnival Festival in Raguna, a city-state within Rinochetia. The festival features food, wine, light shows, and masquerade balls. Rinocida holds special significance to the Black Shores, notably being the only area unaffected by Threnodian revival frequency fluctuations. The strategy involves visiting as a guest of a prominent family to navigate local skepticism toward bloom-bearers. Travel arrangements are made via ship to Rinascita. During the journey, they encounter a massive creature called Cetus the Tidebreaker in foggy waters. They meet Captain Brant and his troop of fools, who welcome them aboard their vessel. The conversation turns to the upcoming carnival in Rinochetia, where the Sentinel Imperator crowns the festival's best performer. It's revealed that no mortal has seen the Divine Sentinel, but the laureate may hear their voice. The carnival is happening for the first time in a decade. The journey becomes perilous as mysterious fog descends, known to affect echoes and harbor dangerous tacit discords. Captain Brant skillfully navigates through the tempest, keeping the ship steady with help from the crew. They arrive at Raguna's Lighthouse of Dawn, marking their destination. Echo boats await to transport them further into the city, bringing them closer to potentially finding answers about Abby's condition and meeting the mysterious Imperator. The scene opens in Raguna before the carnival begins. Rather than making a quiet entrance, there are plans to arrive with flair, complete with a dazzling show and loud celebrations. The fog appears to be affecting some echoes, though they are expected to recover once out of it. A special nectar wine called Gosci di Divino is mentioned that supposedly allows people to meet the Sentinel in their dreams, potentially offering a shortcut to this mysterious encounter. Upon docking in Raguna, there is confusion about the crew's whereabouts. The location appears to be a place of religious significance, where pilgrims embark on sacred journeys under the guidance of the Sentinel. A playwright named Cristoforo introduces himself, explaining he's in Raguna seeking inspiration for a play about pilgrims trying to reach the Sentinel's promised land. He shares how the carnival began as a tribute to the Sentinel, who preferred subtle displays of power. The current Primus of Raguna, Fenrico, is described as having discovered a path to the high heaven where the Sentinel teaches mortals. Pilgrims, labeled as fools by Raguna's laws, set sail with religious fervor despite having little choice in the matter. The scene shifts to transportation in Raguna, where echoes serve as gondolas. These divine helpers are deeply integrated into Ragunese life, with citizens spending significant time traveling by gondola. Upon arriving in Rinochetia, visitors must undergo inspection and customs clearance. Special consideration is given to those associated with the Montelli family, particularly regarding reserved terminals containing echoes. Acolyte Phoebe welcomes visitors, explaining enhanced carnival security measures and customs procedures. She emphasizes the importance of echoes to both the Order and Raguna's people. Different types of echoes are described, including the hocus-pocus type that children enjoy. These special echoes can supposedly help adults relive happy memories in dreams. The founding story of Rhinocetka involves displaced people finding refuge from the lament, guided by the Nexus. Under the Sentinel's protection, they rebuilt their civilization and mastered echo technology. Zanny, a staff member, assists with accessing funds arranged by the Montelli family. The bank uses special echoes for services, and arrangements are made for touring the city before the carnival. The scene opens at a restaurant where someone is being escorted by a bank employee. The bank is short-staffed, leading to extra assignments being taken on, with promises of compensation from the generous Montelli family. The interaction starts formally, but shifts to a more relaxed tone at the guest's request. At Trazia Margarita restaurant, they meet Zanny, who is still on duty. The guests are offered a holiday platter with steak margarita and Nivola pasta, recommended as excellent choices. The meal is being covered by the Montellis. A detailed explanation of Raguna's food traditions is shared, including proper seafood cooking techniques and wine pairings. Special mention is made of nectar wine from Eglatown, aged in oak barrels from the Phaeacia Peninsula, known as the Harvest Spirit. The peaceful meal is interrupted by commotion from the Montellis Echo Show, where performers were rehearsing for an upcoming carnival performance. An echo suddenly loses control and creates chaos, appearing to specifically target one of the guests. The incident with the Vitrium dancer is discussed, bringing up questions about empathy and telepathy. There are references to a sentinel who traditionally communicates with laureates, though something seems unusual about this particular situation. Background is provided about the Montelli family's promotion of reserved terminals and echoes. They revived the carnival to showcase their technology and attract investors. The Montelli family apologizes for the incident and promises to investigate. Information is revealed about a tragic carnival incident from 10 years ago when echoes lost control, leading to its cancellation by Primus Fenrico. The current situation draws parallels to those past events, though the recent echo behavior seems uniquely purposeful. The plot thickens with tension between the Montelli and Phasalia families. The Phasalias are accused of interfering with mining contracts and potentially collaborating with the Order. The situation is becoming more complex as the carnival approaches and echo malfunctions continue. The carnival in Raguna faces significant challenges. While the event promises potential fortune, its cultural importance extends beyond mere profits. There are concerns about the echo loss control and the Phasilius family attempting to damage their reputation. An esteemed guest receives a generous advance payment from the Montellis to help investigate the situation. The Montelli family appears to have no obvious motive behind the recent incidents, as they have been looking forward to the carnival. However, the Thessalia family has opposed the celebration from the beginning, making them potential suspects. The exact reason for their opposition remains unclear. At the Pioneer Association, Fulmine, who runs the Wuthering film studio, meets with visitors investigating a Vitrian dancer incident near Trattoria Margarita. Using special technology, Fulmine and his partner Simos can convert events into film and project memories, helping track the dancer's movements outside the city. A crucial discovery reveals someone wearing Montelli family attire and an unusual mask before carnival season, suggesting possible involvement in the turmoil. This leads to a visit to Miss Narla, an expert mask maker, to investigate the custom-made mask. At Master Raveri's shop, Madame Niarla, known for her invisibility skills, reveals that the mask in question was recently customized for Mr. Gilberto from the Phasalia family. The Phasalia family, once driven from Raguna after starting a war, has recently gained prominence through mining ventures. The investigation leads to the Cathedral of Mercury, where they encounter a statue of the Sentinel, Local tradition involves keeping candles lit around the statue day and night, with passing boats showing respect. The area is within Phasalia residency territory. A conversation between Gilberto and priest Alessia reveals secretive plans involving a mysterious flower. They discuss unity and integration while being cautious about avoiding unwanted attention. Their sanctuary faces growing pressure from increasing murmurs of dissent. A revelation explains the carnival's complex history. The last carnival ended in chaos with sea fog, lost echoes, and devastating waves, interpreted as divine punishment. Primus Fenwick emerged as a hero who calmed the Sentinel's wrath. This event emphasized the importance of unity and control in Raguna, leading to strict measures against those who threaten social harmony. A discussion takes place about building a blessed kingdom and having faith in the Order's judgment. Someone appears rattled and hastily departs after being questioned about the Montelli family, directing further inquiries to be made at the cathedral while warning to respect sacred relics and customs. Suspicions arise about someone hiding information, particularly regarding Gilberto, who was seen entering the cathedral but mysteriously vanished. This leads to speculation about potential hidden chambers or secret passages within the cathedral structure. A confessional is discovered in the garden area. Observers note that people are gradually uncovering truths as the story unfolds towards something called the Grand Ravelry. A spiritual guide offers to lead the way to ascension. Discussion reveals the Phasalia family's involvement in an incident at a carnival rehearsal. Mr. Alberto, head of Avarado Bank, offers support and resources, expressing concern about both the carnival security and broader implications for Raganese faith and hope. A wing ray, a flying echo used for quick travel in Raguna, is discovered. This explains Gilberto's escape route, leading the investigators to Whisper Wind Haven, a place known for windmills and flower fields, historically connected to the Blessed Maiden. Meeting with Cristoforo, a playwright working on a script about the martyr maiden Flor Delis. He shares information about strange occurrences in the area, including disappearing echoes, since a noble from the Phasalia family arrived. Investigation reveals corroded frequencies and mysterious petals at ruins. Controlled echoes behaving strangely, similar to the carnival rehearsal incident, suggest someone is manipulating them. Discussion about the discovered frequency corrosion affecting echoes, making them hostile, an unprecedented situation since echoes are considered sacred gifts to Rinocita. Links are made to similar incidents in Raguna City. Analysis of strange petals reveals an unusually strong resonator frequency, raising questions about Gilberto's capabilities and the Phasalia family's involvement in framing the Montellis through staged accidents. A playful scene unfolds where Abby pranks someone by poking them in the back, creating a moment of light-hearted confusion and laughter among the group. The mood is casual and fun until the conversation shifts to more serious matters. Annie from Avarado Bank introduces herself, and the conversation turns to an investigation of the Echo incident at Whisper Wind Haven. The incident, requested by the Montelli family to be investigated, has led them to this location. The situation involves unusual echo behavior and attacks. Evidence points to Gilberto of the Phasalia family being involved in the echo incidents. Reports indicate missing echoes in the area and attacks between them. This revelation is particularly shocking since the Phasalia family is known for their deep respect for divinity. A disturbing prayer scene reveals someone addressing a Lord of Tides in riddles, mentioning a queen and speaking of cleansing Raguna. This prayer differs significantly from standard Order Codex prayers, raising suspicions about hidden motives. Gilberto is confronted and reveals his actions are sacrifices for what he calls the one true divinity. He transforms echoes into weapons and mocks those who oppose him, suggesting bigger plans are already in motion. A crisis emerges as echoes begin converging toward the Sea of Clouds. Gilberto reveals their true plan involving Lorelei, a powerful remnant creature. The situation threatens to engulf Raguna in clouds, potentially causing massive destruction. The scene shifts to a harbor where weather conditions are deteriorating. Despite warnings about dangerous sailing conditions, arrangements are made to travel by gondola to the Nimbus Sanctum. During the gondola journey, Lorellei's song is heard guiding ships through the mist, but it carries unusual tones of sorrow and agony. The clouds continue to spread ominously across the area. A discussion begins about Raguna's complex nature, describing it as a city torn between tradition and innovation. The conflict between the Montelli and Fasalia families represents this divide, with Montelli's pushing for progress while Fasalia's cling to tradition. Someone present might be the fated one who could determine Raguna's future. This person is described as being not just involved in the city's conflicts, but potentially the key figure in its destiny. A mysterious conversation takes place between two individuals, with one mentioning they have been connected for a long time. As they part ways, one keeps their identity hidden, promising to reveal it next time. They bid farewell with cryptic words about finding one's path in Raguna. The scene shifts to a discussion about an ancient seminary with an enormous dome and spires that once touched the heavens. This sacred place was eventually abandoned when the Sea of Clouds overtook it. The location holds historical significance in the cathedral paintings. At the seminary, they encounter followers who speak of seeking forgiveness through the Sentinel and devotion to Lorelei. The followers discuss how everyone in Rabona wears masks, which they believe veils their hearts and causes suffering. Some new brothers wear peculiar masks of madness, but can still seek redemption. Access to Lorelei is currently restricted due to her apparent fury. Despite attempts to explain that Lorelei might be in danger from those seeking to exploit her powers, the guards maintain the path closure. This forces the group to seek alternative means of entry. They encounter Miss Altine, one of the missing echoes, who suggests that singing a specific song might remove the barrier. This leads to an investigation of ancient inscriptions that reveal connections between the Sentinel Imperator and a massive creature that could be Lorelei. Phoebe attempts to sing the aria of the Blessed Maiden, a rarely known choral, hoping it will clear the barrier. The attempt seems unsuccessful initially, leading to some unexpected reactions and complications. They discover a Fraxidas flower similar to those found in Whisperwind Haven. This leads to an encounter with Lorelei, who reveals she had been trapped in nightmares by Oathbreakers wearing masks of madness. These individuals had tainted the Nimbusectum with corrupted blooms. Lorelei reveals her connection to the Sentinel, who transformed her from a mindless being and gave her a soul. Her purpose is to restrain the clouds and prevent remnant energy from dispersing. She explains that the Sentinel can only be reached through collective prayer during the carnival. The conversation reveals that the Oathbreakers are led by someone known as the Conductor, who isn't from Rinascita. Lorelei must return to slumber to repair the damage done to the Sea of Clouds, leaving the visitors with guidance through song. The group discusses their next moves, including informing the Montelli family about the Fraxidas scheme at an auction in Avarado Vault. Phoebe decides to return to the Order, struggling with the revelations about the Primus and awaiting the truth during the upcoming carnival. The scene begins with a character named Noah helping to navigate toward Avarado Vault. Despite some initial confusion about directions, the timing seems perfect for reaching their destination. There is mention of needing to be better prepared before proceeding. The group encounters a massive waterfall. They discover a way to travel upstream, with some uncertainty about the route. The path appears to have a greenish tinge, leading to a good vantage point. Upon reaching this spot, they realize Avarado Vault is nearby and part ways with Noah, who heads back to the harbor. News arrives of an attack on their base by a powerful woman. The attacker appears to have left some people in a confused state. There is mention of an overseer and some conflict with the Montellis. The situation seems tense with signs of recent violence. The group finally arrives at Avarado Vault, where they meet Ani, an employee who presents proper identification. They claim to be there to discuss the echo incident from a recent carnival rehearsal. The staff appears to accept this explanation and directs them to the main entrance. Discussion reveals that echoes serve as powerful guards at the vault, capable of taking out entire squads of resonators. The vault is described as housing nearly half of Rinocita's wealth and serves all citizens, including the Physalis, despite ongoing feuds. The facility maintains a strict security protocol. Carlotta Montelli, the second daughter of the Montelli family, reveals herself and apologizes for earlier mishaps. She explains that she arranged for their reception and expresses gratitude for their efforts. The situation in Rinascita is described as complex, with various factions working against the carnival. Carlotta sends Ms. Zani to secure evidence and fetch specific items from the property room. The conversation turns to serious matters involving the Fraxidus, a darker force operating behind other factions. The Montellis appear to share common interests with the visitors regarding the carnival. Plans hit a snag when Mr. Coppolo is found to be away. Carlotta reveals information about Gilberto, who is now in custody and has exposed traitors within the family. These traitors are reportedly in the vault's tuning room, likely destroying evidence against the Physalia family. The situation evolves into a covert operation. Carlotta requests help in surprising the traitors through an alternate passage. Ms. Zani is assigned to guard the prophecy room while implementing a complex two-tier security system that requires absolute trust between two people to navigate safely. The operation involves sophisticated equipment disguised as jewelry and perfume used to blind cameras and trap Bitrium dancers. They encounter scatter prisms that can amplify resonance power. The security measures are elaborate, requiring deep mutual understanding and discreet communication. A tense operation begins as someone accesses a monitor to control vault systems. There are warnings about approaching echoes and instructions to stay alert. The situation requires careful navigation and stealth to avoid detection. A plan emerges to cross a dangerous area from above using chandeliers as a makeshift pathway. The operation requires silence and precision to avoid detection. After some coordination and careful maneuvering, the crossing is successfully completed. Communications get jammed and a central alarm is triggered, though stealth is maintained. Wall dashing becomes necessary for movement. A propaganda message plays about Rinochetus' future under the Montellis, promising equality and unity. A reveal occurs that one of the Montelli daughters serves as the family's secret executor, responsible for handling both internal and external threats. She discovers suspicious activity in the tuning room that requires investigation. Investigation reveals a plot involving modified flowers and frequency manipulation. The perpetrators are confronted about misusing family assets to create dangerous echo-based weapons that could destroy the carnival and the Montelli reputation. The true nature of the Montelli heritage is revealed through their collection of special echoes. These represent Rinochetus' potential future and freedom from isolation. The family has invested in reserve terminals to break free from the Genesis Nexus limitations that restrict seafaring. Details emerge about a unique Vitrium Dancer Echo, one of the family's earliest acquisitions and a prototype for frequency tuning. Its unexpected appearance at the carnival suggests involvement from the Sentinel Imperator, connecting to deeper mysteries. Ancient stained glass windows in Forbidden Tower ruins hold significance, depicting sentinel tales predating the Codex era. The Montelli family pursues hidden truths about Rinocheta's history, investigating the Order's manipulation of the Codex and mysterious erasure of historical ages. A clever trap was set to catch some traitors at a vault. Security guards rushed in to handle the situation. Someone named Miss Zani emerged unharmed from the incident. As a reward for her help, she was offered a generous vacation by Mr. Alberto, though she seemed more excited about the adventure than the time off. The central vault alarm suddenly went off, potentially signaling a backup plan from the traitors. The Guardian echoes outside the main entrance had mysteriously gone rogue. This triggered a full security protocol with civilian evacuation. Despite being short-staffed due to many being away at the carnival, Lady Carlotta decided to handle the situation personally. An intense confrontation broke out, with orders to make it quick and clean. There were warnings about crossing the wrong person and attempts to flee. The situation escalated into a fury-filled clash requiring cleanup afterward. Miss Zani volunteered to handle the aftermath, despite just being promised a vacation. The attack appeared to have deeper implications, likely orchestrated by the Order. Neither the Fraxidas nor Physalis had reason to interfere. A hidden truth about the Order was emerging, with traitors watching closely. The situation was expected to become more challenging. At a significant historical site, ancient stained glass windows and stone tablets revealed an intriguing prophecy about Rinocita's past. The artifacts told of two warring divinities, the Dark Tide catastrophe, and a prophecy about a golden laurel-crowned maiden who would become an enlightened one to end Rinocita's suffering. The revelation of two divinities contradicted known history, as common belief held that Sentinel Imperator was Rinochetus' only deity. The Order had apparently buried this truth rather than fabricated it, leading to urgent concerns about immediate departure to a safer location on a nearby island. A sudden attack interrupted the discovery. The Order moved quickly to prevent the secrets from being revealed, resulting in an intense battle with multiple combatants using various combat techniques and abilities. During interrogation, accusations flew about historical distortion and conspiracy involving various factions. An offer was made for a personal pilgrimage sale, revealed to be a way of silencing truth seekers. Brother Alessio intervened, mentioning Lord Fenrico as the supposed enlightened one. Questions arose about the prophecy's authenticity and Lord Fenrico's claim as the enlightened one, given that the prophecy specifically mentioned a maiden. The destruction of the stained glass appeared to be part of a cover-up to legitimize Fenrico's power grab. The situation took a dark turn with the revelation of Uncle Capulos's pendant and implied threats against him. Carlotta faced a difficult choice about loyalty between prophecy and bloodline, leading to a tense confrontation and an apparent betrayal. A tense moment unfolds as the group narrowly avoids a bullet attack. The incident prompts discussion about faith and divine intervention. Despite the close call, they maintain their composure and decide to head north toward an island Carlotta mentioned. The group encounters a massive creature with flames, forcing them to seek safety in a nearby clearing. A fierce battle ensues involving shadow-based combat techniques and strategic maneuvering. They meet Aksha and Paro, with Aksha explaining their previous encounter on a ship. Paro shows unusual friendliness toward the newcomer, which Aksha finds intriguing, suggesting something special about their frequency. The conversation reveals they were attacked by a dragon and fell from a bridge. Abby apparently helped save them, but retreated due to exhaustion. The dragon's unusual behavior is discussed, as it typically stays within its territory. The location is revealed to be a former sacred pilgrimage site corrupted by the dark tide. The area is now filled with tacit discords and dangerous mist that can trap reverberations. A rescue mission is planned to find Brant, who went missing in the mist. Defensive weapons are distributed, including firework pistols effective against tacit discords. The group plans to head toward a lighthouse, described as the only safe haven in the mist. The mist creates challenging combat conditions by disrupting frequency stability. The group encounters reverberations and phantom-like entities that help guide them through the hazardous environment. An explanation of golden phantoms reveals they are remnants of deceased individuals, capable of either guiding the lost or transforming into tacit discords. These frequencies often attach to objects like Lucinite. The discovery of a pilgrim sail leads to discussion about Raguna's justice system, where lawbreakers face the Order Tribunal and may be sent away on these ships. Strong undercurrents typically force these vessels toward the Isle. The group reunites with Brant during an intense battle with tacit discords. Their timely assistance proves crucial in the fight, though there are some close calls. A compelling personal story emerges about disillusionment with the Order's teachings. Despite following their principles and forsaking earthly pleasures, the speaker faced hardship and received no help, leading to questioning of their faith. An invitation is extended to join a group called the Troop of Fools, wanderers who travel the seas. Like others, they have been marked as fools by an Order's decree. Many who embark on the pilgrims' sail face deadly challenges like storms, waves, hunger, and nature's fury. The current location appears to be the final destination for many pilgrims. The pilgrimage is revealed to be a form of banishment in disguise. The promised path to salvation does not exist, as evidenced by how this once sacred place has become a wasteland. Others believed the Order's claims that prayers at the sacrificial arena would grant forgiveness, and are now heading up the mountain, unaware it is all lies. Help arrives to escort someone back to base once the mist clears. The group plans to head up the mountain, though warnings are given about witnessing the Order's cruel deception and intensifying dangers ahead. Someone named Ray can fly them up the mountain to assist in the rescue mission. Human footprints are discovered leading to the arena. The group encounters some creatures called tacit discords and a dragon, leading to an intense battle. Through teamwork and special abilities, they manage to overcome these threats, with one member able to consume the creature's frequency. A revelation about the tacit discords shows they must consume frequencies to survive. The dragon was being controlled by the Order, causing it to attack living beings. A group called the Rhinocetus is also involved, having influenced both the dragon and a creature called Cetus the Tidebreaker through special devices. The group arrives at their sanctuary, described as a haven for surviving fools at the world's edge. Protected by mist, it serves as a refuge from the Order's influence, though the mist brings its own challenges. A significant figure named Mr. Bartolino can be found in a tent within the base. Mr. Bartolino is revealed to be a former Laurel winner who had direct communication with the Sentinel. He shares wisdom about finding freedom and making an impact regardless of circumstances. The conversation touches on themes of personal identity and the meaning of true performance. The story shifts to Raguna's past under the Holy Maiden's leadership, describing a vibrant carnival culture with performances, celebrations, and constructive criticism through art. After the Holy Maiden's passing, the new Primus restricted carnival activities, contradicting her wishes for a grand carnival as her farewell. A daring act unfolded when someone climbed to the roof along a wire to trick the acolytes. Using a wing ray and a cloudcaster, they showered the entire city with golden pink flowers that lasted for 3 days. This original cloudcaster, adapted from a music fan, became the prototype for the stage equipment used today. The exact crime charged remains unclear, perhaps walking the wire without protection. Though now considered an old relic, the current generation faces challenges with fierce determination, despite concerns about banishment and fate. Life is meant for more than just atonement, and while the Order may banish people, they cannot take away their right to sing. The Order aims to erase all traces of existence and drag people into obscurity. However, there is strong resistance to fight against this tide. Though troop members come and go, their legacy lives on through songs and deeds passed down through generations. The goal is for their voices to reach every corner of the world. Plans emerge to become Rinochetus' most mysterious legend, potentially leaving behind a singing coffin or transforming into a continuously singing lark. Discussion turned to stage design for the upcoming carnival, sparking memories of past experiences and famous sayings about soaring without wings. A sea shanty emerged celebrating freedom and hope, incorporating traditional gondolier rhythms, typically in 3/4 time. The troupe adapted to 4/4 time signatures, making songs more accessible for sailors. This represented a shift from composing traditional hymns to creating more vibrant, living music. The troupe specializes in commedia improviso, focusing on everyday life moments rather than heavy existential themes. Their performances celebrate enduring love and unlikely alliances, representing genuine human experiences despite the Order's disapproval. This approach allows for a deeper appreciation of life's small moments. The narrative shifts to a soprano and helmswoman who steers the Rhinocidas echo ship. Years of seafaring experience revealed that certain echoes respond uniquely to songs. Despite the Order's warnings about dangerous sirens, there is confidence in mastering these waters. After a storm, fishing activities commenced, following the captain's wisdom that bigger storms bring more fish. A story emerged about a past incident involving catching a sacred fish in Raguna, leading to banishment. The troupe provided a new purpose, hunting for audience appreciation rather than treasure. The Cloudcaster assembly was completed using scavenged and repaired parts. A rescue operation for Bartolino involved positioning cloud cushions and coordinating through song as the resonance unit responded to vocal volume. The mission proved successful through collaborative effort. The scene concluded with a discussion involving Miss Carlotta about uncovering the Order's schemes and rescuing Uncle Capulet. The conversation revealed the Order's attempts to undermine families through various tactics, with their true motives targeting the upcoming carnival. Historical events from a decade-ago carnival were recounted, featuring mysterious mists, roaming ghosts, a sky dragon, and a sea monster. The mist was linked to remnant clouds from the Nimbus Sanctum, with Lorelei possessing the power to control them, though Fraxidus' interference caused complications with echo frequencies. A crisis involving a mysterious mist and wave storm was successfully prevented. In the past, the city experienced a terrifying incident where it was engulfed in mist while ghosts roamed the streets. A dragon appeared in the sky, and a sea monster caused massive waves. The Montelli traders conducted experiments using Lycoris to transform echoes into tacit discords, which may explain the ghost sightings from 10 years ago. The Order formed an alliance with the Fraxidus to control a dragon, potentially planning to use it to attack Raguna during the carnival. They used tacit discords as an excuse to restrict access to certain areas, likely to hide the dragon's existence. However, without the Lycoris, their plans for using the dragon have been thwarted. The Order and Fraxidus are working together to recreate past disasters at this year's ceremony. Their motivation stems from the Order's declining influence due to the Sentinels' decade-long absence. They need to restore public trust, which is why they revived the festival. However, their true intention appears to be sabotaging it while appearing as saviors. The current Primus claims to be the Sentinel's resonator, but ancient prophecies suggest this role belongs to a young maiden who communicates with divine oracles during the carnival. The carnival represents the only time citizens can directly interact with the Sentinel, which threatens the Primus authority if they have been making up oracles. 3 schemes have been stopped, but evidence suggests the Cetus is being manipulated for a final plan. Winning the laurel could provide an opportunity to communicate with the Sentinel and their true resonator. The goal is to fight for Raguna's freedom and allow people to choose their own future, aligning with the Montellis vision of a free market society. Rather than confronting the Order directly, the plan involves turning any disruptions into theatrical performances. The troupe specializes in commedia improviso, improvisational comedy with loose themes but no strict scripts. They prepare to perform a story about heroes facing a demon king, paying tribute to a play once performed by the Blessed Maiden. A rehearsal begins with an epic tale of a hero journeying across seas and meeting a spirited young girl. Their alliance forms as they stand against darkness, demonstrating impressive chemistry and coordination on stage. The performance receives enthusiastic praise, showing promise for the upcoming carnival. The scene shifts to a shop where Lady Carlotta presents specially crafted masks as gifts. These masks serve as essential items for the carnival performance, with one being custom-made based on personal impressions. The masks are described as passports to the carnival, which is portrayed as a magnificent, dreamlike experience. There is an invitation to explore and enjoy the carnival to its fullest extent. A journey through Raguna, described as the Tempest Jewel and Sapphire Crown of Solaris, is about to unfold. The waters of Raguna serve as a mirror, reflecting the city's countless faces and the people's own reflections. The discussion turns to deeper matters concerning Rhinocidas Origins. According to legend, Genesis Nexus predated the first settlers' arrival, with the mysterious Sentinel communicating through telepathy. This raises questions about who really built Genesis Nexus and the true nature of the Sentinel, suggesting the Order might be concealing the real history. The story shifts to the tale of Fleur de Lis, the Blessed Maiden. Originally a peasant girl, she created chaos at a sacred ceremony by drinking ceremonial wine and leading an impromptu celebration. Despite facing punishment, her rebellious spirit left a lasting impression, suggesting that even the Sentinel might appreciate such joyful disruption. The discussion explores how Raguna's society evolved from diverse civilizations. While initially united through faith, the social roles meant to unite people have become restrictive. There's a growing desire to break free from these constraints and celebrate true individuality, highlighting tensions between tradition and freedom. The narrative criticizes how the Order's influence has negatively impacted society. People live in fear of punishment while revering a divine figure. The system is described as an invisible cage where legends and faith have become tools for maintaining control through fear and ignorance. The scene shifts to the Carnival Atmosphere, where various characters interact. There is activity at a busy establishment where Bakey and others are struggling to keep up with orders. The carnival brings together different members of society, creating a lively but chaotic environment. The carnival represents a chance for the Ragunese to celebrate without restraint. However, there are concerns about Fractists observing their activities. Plans are being made with family support, suggesting an upcoming significant event during the festivities. Tensions rise as opposing viewpoints clash about freedom and unity. While some warn against unchecked freedom, Others encourage living life to the fullest. The presence of Rhinocetus adds an element of intrigue and suspense to the unfolding events. The carnival is characterized as a grand illusion of decadence and indulgence. The narrative concludes with a mysterious reference to a unique resonator connected to the Sentinel, suggesting deeper mysteries yet to be revealed. An invitation is extended to join in a special story performance. The stage is being set for what promises to be a captivating tale that will spread truth through theatrical means. Everyone is encouraged to participate fully and use their strength to challenge fate in this endless performance. The Praxis is mobilizing and plans are being put into action. The strategy involves destroying Lecaruses to neutralize tacit discords. Teams are positioned strategically with Vidi at East Plaza and others managing the West Plaza. The main stage is prepared for the grand performance with special lighting effects. A classic tale unfolds about a kingdom plunged into darkness by monsters. The Holy Maiden has been captured by the Demon King, and two brave heroes step up to rescue her and defeat the evil forces. The heroes make progress through the city, heading toward the Demon King's castle while facing various challenges. A dramatic twist occurs when the heroes face setbacks, but a mysterious figure appears to join their cause. This new ally, possibly divine or supernatural in nature, is moved by the heroes' righteousness and joins their ranks for the upcoming battle against the Demon King's forces. The story takes a dark turn as it's revealed this isn't a simple fairy tale. The truth emerges that the Holy Maiden has actually embraced darkness and led her people astray. The minister, upon discovering this corruption, has decided to take action personally to address the situation. A series of prophecies are delivered during a time of darkness and celebration. The first prophecy speaks of ascending to power through sacrifice. The second promises protection from harm, and the third warns that violence begets violence. These prophecies seem to guide the unfolding events. The performance reaches its climax with thunderous applause. The carnival crisis appears resolved, but new mysteries emerge. A figure known as Lord Arbiter is mentioned, along with references to watching over Solaris from above and a wandering lost soul. A mysterious character named Carthia appears, praising the performance and expressing desire to join the troupe. However, concerns arise about whether this encounter was real, as others report seeing someone speaking to a wall, suggesting possible supernatural or illusory elements. The scene shifts to a more practical discussion about investigating the Order and the Sentinel. Plans are made to gather at a safe house to discuss new information, with key figures Brant and Rutia involved in the meeting. The scene opens with a celebratory atmosphere following a significant victory. Everyone is encouraged to drink and celebrate to their heart's content, with drinks being offered freely. However, this festive mood is briefly interrupted when eavesdroppers are detected, with a warning that while the Montarelli family is known for hospitality, freeloaders are not welcome. Important information is shared about a girl named Carthia, who was discovered to be the former name of the Blessed Fleur Delis, a high-ranking acolyte. Records confirmed through an acolyte named Phoebe revealed that Fleur Delis supposedly martyred herself 20 years ago. The investigation continues with clues about an inverted tower mentioned by the Sentinel. Discussion reveals the existence of two divinities at Rinocita's dawn, the Sentinel and the Theranodian. Information from Gilberto of the Physalia family indicates their family's long-standing worship of Leviathan, the Theranodian from the sea's depths. Plans are made to form an alliance with the Physalias to gather more intelligence. An invitation arrives from the Primus for a meeting at the Cathedral of Mercury. Despite concerns about it potentially being a trap, the invitation is accepted with assurance of support if anything goes wrong. Primus Fenrico introduces himself and grants the troupe permanent performance rights within the city. He reveals that the Sentinel was wounded during the Dark Tide 20 years ago and is still recovering. The Dark Tide is explained as divine blood from the Sentinel's wounds, caused by wars of faith that divided and weakened their power. A shocking revelation comes as Fenrico confesses that Fleur-de-Lis was actually a deceiver, not the true Blessed Maiden. He claims she was the Thronodian's resonator, meant to spread fear and chaos in the city. This revelation creates confusion about her true allegiance, whether to the Sentinel or the Thronodian. The narrative shifts to a conversation about an actor making use of intermission time. Discussion follows about a prophecy involving someone from a faraway land challenging the divine, leading to gods breaking free from their shackles. Questions arise about the possibility of a resonator wielding both Sentinel and Thronodian powers. The story concludes with philosophical musings about human nature, courage in the face of absurdity, and the pursuit of divine grace. The conversation suggests that all events are converging toward a predetermined fate, with everyone serving as humble participants in a greater design.